and welcome back to US Quadball Cup 2023 here at the Proving Grounds in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. We are live for the club final between the Warriors and Texas Cavalry. And with your call for this game, we have the amazing Matt Dwyer and Emily Hickmott. Take it away, folks.
Thank you, Clay.
Thank you very much for that nice introduction.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty darn amazing too, Emily.
Thanks. I think you're pretty great, Dwyer. Regional Director of the Year. Or Coordinator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really, I think these are two teams with a lot of history. Last year, Cav knocked the Warriors out in the Elite Eight. That, I think, was as soon as the Warriors had gone out in a couple of years. Warriors beat Cavalry at CCI in December. On a next goal wins kind of situation. So I think this is going to be a game where there's a lot to prove.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Now, Texas Cavalry, been here just a couple times before, right?
I think it's 5 at this point, which is honestly just a real testament to the program that they have built and the people in it.
It's a machine. It just keeps going. And the other side of the field, the Warriors, kind of always a bridesmaid, never a bride type scenario.
Yeah, I think this is their first final for US Quadball. And then in terms of general quadball, MLQ, New York has kind of played Austin a lot of Austin and Cavalry for a lot of different times and kind of struggled to get success. They did have taken multiple games off of the Cavalry Austin core, but have never really been able to get through the hump and either win a national championship or
Yeah, it's and for a lot of these players, they've been playing for years and years and years together on both sides of the field, and it's kind of champing at the bit here. All right, is this finally it? Are we finally going to do it?
Yeah.
Something we were discussing a little bit earlier, and now I've seen a couple of Warriors games over the weekend.
And now, Texas Cavalry at keeper, Sammy Garza, number 1. Number 10, Augustine Monroe. Number 23, Josh Johnson. Number 50, David Acker. At chaser, number 0, Luis Sanchez. Number 5, Casey Beavers. Number 6, Davis Rowe. Number 7, Arian Goddessy. Number 12, Katie Stewart. Number 15, Kenny Chilton. Number 16, Missy Goddessy. Number 21, Dylan Bottoms. Number 27, Rajad Mankanji. And at beater, number 2, Casey Irwin. Number 8, John Molina. Number 9, Juan Martinez. Number 19, Cole Travis. Number 20, Maya Heimba. Number 26, Cameron Costowa. Number 33, Cameron Ogley. Number 97, Barbara Groh. And that is Texas Cavalry. These are the Warriors. At keeper, number 4, John Jackson. Number 11, Yada Parada. Number 25, Christian Forstrom. Number 70, Zachary Armand Trading. And at chaser, number 2, Taylor Crawford. Number 8, Sam Hamowitz. Number 15, Eric Perguada. Number 27, Maria Jackson. Number 31, Benjamin Fernandez. Number 34, Lindsay Morella. Number 52, Darian Mersick Ellis. And number 99, Janko Gavindovich. Number 45, Senna Morimoto. And for beater, number 1, Jacob Ulrich. Number 7, Christian Barnes. Number 9, Amanda Dallas. Number 19, Take K. Mike LaMarca. Number 29, Carrie Donnelly. Number 14, Hallie Pace. And number 49, Mo Hagag. These are your Warriors.
So they all know each other's quirks. They know, like, this is what this person's going to do. So I think it's going to be a really, really strategic beater game and really seeing, like, who can pull out something new.
I absolutely agree. I think that's going to be a very interesting story that will unfold here as we get started. Chris Lecomte as our head referee.
Yeah, firms up call. We got Chris Lecomte as our HR, Mario Nasta, Matt Melton, Joshua Mansfield, and Danica Liao as our 4 ARs. So all around, very solid crew, all very responsible. We've got Sam Ham with the ball out to back to Sam, and again we got Tate with the dodgeball. John Jackson out to Sam Hamowitz. I think right now they're trying to work the ball through number 99, Janko Jankovic, who has been Janko Gaspanovic. I'm sorry, Janko, who's been an absolute incredible off-ball player all year. It looks like we're gonna get a card on Davis row number 6 for a push from behind. So that is gonna be the first card of the game, and it's not what you necessarily want to start with. Davis, I think, at that point position for Cavalry has been giving teams a lot of trouble. I think his lateral movement is really, really incredible, and I think he is a lot of the reason why their zone is so successful. So let's see if Warriors are able to kind of exploit this a little bit more.
I absolutely agree. Been solid from what I've been seeing for all today. We'll see if they can capitalize on the power play. I'll give you a little assist here on number 99, Gavin Zdenovich.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you say that one.
A little bit of a mouthful. So that'll put Monroe in the green.
Yeah.
For Cav.
And we've got Lindsay Morella also in for Warriors, and then Casey Beavers and Josh Johnson are the other 2 chasers for Cavalry. Casey Irwin and Cole Travison are in our beater. And, like, again, Cole and Tate have played each other so many times in practice. So we're very excited to see this matchup. Let's see what they do. John looking there. Cole sticks in his zone. Exchange there. Beat on Tate. Hallie runs to get the ball. Foul out to Lindsay Morella. She's going to take a lane. Out. That's a goal is good. And I think Lindsay Morella is one of the most dangerous off-ball players in quadball in the way that she cuts and takes space and then makes people commit to her. So then things open up either for her or her teammates.
Morella is a master of space. Absolutely. I'm always amazed watching her play.
All right. So now Cav has the ball, working it around. JJ to Augie. I think here they are looking to kind of work the ball around and I think find the mismatch that they want, which I think is, I don't know. The Warriors zone is very hard to break. It's basically 1-2 and then a free safety with Lindsay kind of playing free safety. And it makes it very difficult to get around. But there's the beat by Troll Cavis on Tate K. Hallie beats that pole, but that space is going to have JJ pass to Davis. And that's something we saw all last year at the college finals. That JJ Davis, Casey Beavers line was so good, and it's so great to see them in the thriving in this club game. And there's John Jackson out to Janko. Ball off of Janko, I think.
You kicked it off.
I think that to me it looked like that was off of Davis.
Let's see. Again, we're gonna trust our refs. They are much better views than we do. And then it looks like there was a sprint for dodgeball right there, and there's a goal from, again, Lindsay Morella. John Jackson covering, not letting Augustine Moreau take off in space, and really just making sure that his beaters have the time to get back. And so right now we've got Cole and Casey with the dodgeballs. Hallie alone with the lone warrior dodgeball. Samham up his space. And that right there is a great beat from Hallie Pace. She is so quick with her release and a beat. One of the best who's ever played the sport. Very excited to see her on the Warriors roster from the first time this season. I think just a late season addition for this tournament, but it's always fun to watch Hallie Pace play.
I mean, it is quite the addition, certainly. I think we've seen a lot of interesting beater plays so far. I've been seeing this a lot, the way that Travis and Irwin are set up, this kind of like front back of the hoop, not allowing that long pass behind Himrella to become too easy. I think that's going to be key to keep their defensive setup.
Yeah, and I think when Cav played Heat in the last lot, I think what they were trying to do is they're really trying to bait the Warriors into making that pass to a chaser and then having that back beater just beat it out. And I think Warriors have obviously been watching their film or doing their scouting because they're not letting that happen. They're having Sam use his feet to get the ball around and then swinging it back out. Again, there we have a advanced quad ball from Chris Lecomte, and that is a pass out to Sam. Missed shot from Sam Hamowitz, but something you see a lot of. But I guess, again, this is Sam Ham's first tournament. Maybe he's a little rusty. I know he had a pretty hard hit in the last game, so maybe he's still kind of working that off. But no, he'll want that one back.
Yeah, just a tidge low there. I'm sure they'll get it back. I mean, the passing, as we discussed pre-game, it's been crisp, it's been clean. There haven't been a ton of mistakes made.
Yeah, and we have a new beater in John Molina for Cavalry. And there, JJ shot also just didn't fall. Hallie out there beating out all the other chasers just to kind of give some space, make them go back to their hoops, make them run a little. Again, it's been a long day. Make them run. Maybe they'll get tired. Probably not. They've all been very efficient.
I think that was exactly the look that they were looking for, right? You get Jackson out of position, all right? You get Gavin Zenovich out of position. You get Josh Johnson or whomever to hit that top hoop on the floater shot. You know, if that falls, they've already had this look twice. If that falls, that's an insured goal every time.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes and it's currently 2-1. So I think this is exactly the kind of game I expected, where both teams are really trying to be patient with their offense, not really taking a lot of risks on either offense or defense, only taking their like sure things, and just being very patient. Great cut there from Sam Ham. Great dodge, but Augie trapping past Jankovic. Great beat from Casey Irwin there. But I do believe that he will get control off of it.
I think that was Rowe there who ended up dislodging that hoop. That's going to be a call. Gavin Zenovich was right there, ready for the jam. Yeah. And the hoop just disappeared.
And that's going to be a blue card for Davis Rowe, right? It's blue.
I believe so.
Which is there. Oh, and then also maybe a card for Sam for something. I see.
I was unclear on what the foul on Hamowitz was.
Yeah. But, and I'm assuming who has the ball?
It's Jackson right there at the top of the key.
Oh, here we go. We got blue for dislodging, blue for unsporting conduct. But because I think the second one was on the Davis one was last, Warriors kept the quad ball. And with that goal, John Jackson releases Davis Rowe, who subbed out for Sammy Garza, who's also just been having a really incredible season. Hit itself, main range shot. Really, he makes a defense stay honest. And unforced error there from Sammy Garza. Great wrap from Gabo. Just gonna sit on Augustine there. Oh, quad ball's out. Back out to Casey Beavers. Lindsay Morello there. Beat attempt by Tate K. Great dodge there from Augustine Monroe. Casey Irwin is gonna get there. Now we've got kind of a broken offense and a broken defense from both teams, but again, they're not gonna take anything that's not 100% shot. So just being patient.
They really slowed that one down. That was a smart play there by Josh Johnson.
Yeah, and Augustine Monroe showing why he's the greatest of all time. One of them. And just hits that nice little mid-range floater. It's hard when you only have 3 defenders. It's harder to grab all things. Great beat on the other end by Tate to cause a no-pleasure situation in the other. What a tackle but refs don't seem to make a call.
It looked to be incidental contact to me anyways.
But again, great defensive stop on both teams on that one. Score is currently 3-2. I think we're around like between 5 to 10 minutes. Ball out to Casey Beavers. Beat on Lindsay Morella by Cole Travis. Hallie beats out Casey Irwin. Josh Johnson with the ball out to Sammy Garza. Now Luis Sanchez has subbed into the game. Once again, one of those Cavs players who just very rarely makes mistakes. Very hard to bring down. Very just solid out of the A&M program. Ball out there. Bianco meets him. Ball back out. John Jackson out to press. Tate beats out. Great beat there by Hallie, but Casey able to get the ball to Sammy. Sammy looks to shoot, and it is no goal. Bianco's going to do it, and once again, I think this pair of Tate and Hallie is kind of bullying the Cavs beaters a little, but I think the Cavs chasers and keeper are like doing a really good job weathering that storm and keeping the ball alive, or only turning it over in places that are not going to allow for a fast break.
You'll notice every single time that they have been in trouble, every single time they're in the middle of dodging a beat or getting tackled, they know exactly where that ball is going. They have not had an errant pass yet.
All right, that's a great pass out to number 11, Michael Yada Parada. Puts his on his back, scores now 5-2 Warriors, but on that exchange, it does look like control goes to Cavalry. And now Taylor Crawford subbing in out of the Hofstra program, one you don't see a lot of, but what a staple to the sport.
Taylor Crawford has been a huge asset, especially on defense for Warriors. Point defense has been impeccable from what I've been seeing all day. I would not want to go up against him, even with the strongest drivers that you have here on Cav.
Yeah, speaking of which, Kenny Chilton has now subbed in for the Warriors with the ball. If you haven't, Kenny has a podcast. It's great. It's about D&D. All right, yeah, and here again, Cav does not want to go through Taylor. Taylor is not going to leave the line. So it's really just seeing how do we get this. And again, the beaters, I think the beaters in Cav are really not looking to... Oh, great interception by Taylor. But yeah, the beaters on Cav are not looking to throw. And great call there from Joshua Mansfield. Saw that late throwback, gave it to Tate, who's now going to sub out for Mohagog. Recently made the switch to beater this season, but has been doing a really good job. Hallie Pace still has not subbed, and I don't think Casey Irwin has either.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't all game. And
Yeah.
if you'll notice, sneaking in there in the backside there, DME, Mercick Ellis.
Great beat by Cole on Hallie, but Mo Hagag is there. Great throw by Lindsay, but hey, heads up play from Taylor. Great beat by Mo. Mo Hagag, kind of creating space, does a good job not letting his team get fast break down the other direction, gets that ball back. But I think that was a good job by both teams to kind of
It was great hustle by Travis getting back in that play, because Mercick Ellis was about to put his foot in the ground and drive, and that was going to be a goal had Travis not made that beat.
Yeah. So now we have Missy Godesy subbing in at Chaser. Mo beat out Cole, and there's Sammy Garza with that mid-range floater. That's going to be Cole's ball. He will have to inbound it here. He will have to inbound it there. Which Mo is going to just sit there and wait for him. That's going to be... Yeah.
And it's a misspeak by Pace.
By Hallie, but Mo wraps Cole up. Hallie beats it in. And then it looks like, I think at some point there, but on the other end, DME with the ball, out to Taylor. Taylor looks to shoot, out to John. John goes through, 1, 2, 3, chasers and scores. That is the Jonathan Jackson. Do you know he went to Harvard?
In fact, I did know he went to Harvard, and an athlete to boot. Wow.
I know. However, he is the less athletic Jackson sibling. Maria Jackson, who we will see eventually, is far more athletic.
Well, I guess we'll see.
She's playing semi-professional football.
We'll see her later in the game as Cav back on their heels.
And there, Taylor is there. 1v1 versus Louis. Lewis is very, very good. What defense from Lewis there. Stop that fast break. Out to DME. That is incredible defense from Luis Sanchez there. Like, Taylor is very hard to bring down. And, oh, also DME very hard to bring down. Oh, no. And here, oh, great hit there from number 4, who is John Jackson. Maya Heidenbaugh has now subbed into the Greenlight beater. And it looks like Cameron Ogilvy as well, both out of Texas State, kind of getting a little more chaotic. And that chaos looks like Cav is able to take advantage of. And we are now at 4-5. Cavalry is at 4. Warriors has 5. I did that the wrong way.
That's all right. And it was a quick transition play. Great tackle to take down Mercic Ellis there. Able to transition, turn it into a goal, long floater shot. And now we've seen finally a little bit of a beater change for Warriors.
Yeah, we have Christian Barnes coming in for Hallie Pace. They are new to the Warriors program this spring. Trying to get a beat on Maya, misses, and now it looks like, what a block there from DME. It looks like it's going to take the space and absolutely put someone on a poster. And I think we're going to see if that was a beat before, but I think it looked really cool, and I think rule of cool should be a rule in quadball, where if it looks really cool and it's just like the tiniest bit illegal, then we get to keep it.
That stride was enough to clear a 110 high hurdle. Mercic Ellis, as soon as he blocked the beat at the top, at midfield, beyond the top of the key, put his foot in the ground, drive straight ahead, got past Sanchez. Well, I mean, almost did not get past Sanchez. Sanchez still laid a good hit, but he just finished so strong with that incredible leap in height.
Yeah. What an athletic player. You can understand why he is on the national team. And it looks like we are going to have a dodgeball turnover. No fall on the play. And it looks like Christian Barnes is going to be off broom. I think there were 2 fouls on the play. Both Maya and Christian are off broom, which implies that they both did something they weren't supposed to. But I think Maya's was second. So we are going to have it placed on the Warriors ball. So now we have Warriors with control. Augustine Monroe with the quad ball. Davis Rowe has subbed back in along with Sammy Garza and Missy Goddessy. And again, Lindsay Morales still there with David. Great beat by Maya's going to get control back, but it's going to be I think there may be some call for contact. I don't know. Let's see what our refs tell us.
That was a great beater play in the center there to allow for that drive. Yeah. Heidenbaugh came screaming in to pick up the loose dodgeball, and it looks like that'll be a turnover according to Lecomte. But Heidenbaugh coming in, able to pick up that loose dodgeball and turning and immediately beating, I think it was Barnes,
yes,
in order to have the other dodgeball thrown back. That was a great heads-up athletic play.
Yes.
Really great there.
Yeah, and I do think one of the things about these two teams that is so good is that when their beaters are attacking, that's when their chasers also go, and that's what makes it so hard to stop them because there's too much to keep track of.
It's practically an assault. You've got 6 players coming at you at once, and with the shots that fire as hard as they do, and the runs that go as hard as they do.
It is 6-4, race for a loose ball. Cameron Ogilvy gets there, and it looks like Cav is going to have control. Tate K is back in the game, goes to beat Cameron, goes to the green, and now it's just Maya with 1 ball. Gonna run for the red one. I think Christian gets there first. And again, Lindsay Morello working it around there. Just kind of letting their beaters get time. That's going to be a beat on Maya. And again, the Warriors really trying to just kind of work the ball through the zone. I think what they want is to get the ball to Taylor Crawford behind the hoop, because that is where he's most deadly. But really, really active hands there from Missy to get a block. Not a thing you see a lot from Lindsay, pass getting picked off.
Merla was extremely upset with herself there. And you're right, I do think they were really looking for Crawford on that one.
He is so oh, great ball up there. Right there, Davis Rowe. Morella up there with her. Pick comes from Missy and through. And now we've got John Molina in the game, tapping out Taylor Crawford. Augustine Moreno takes the lane that his beaters just gave him. And that's kind of the perfect possession. You get control and a goal, which does rhyme and is very fun. So Casey Irwin back in the game with John Molina. Score is now 6-5 Warriors. So I think this game is going to continue to be very close.
It's very much a chess match here, although we're starting to see everything loosen just slightly, I think.
Starting to, like, legs not as fresh, been in a while, things have happened. So I think it's going to be what teams kind of make those adjustments. John Jackson swerving and twirving. Great defense again by Davis Rowe. Way to stay in their keeper zone. Out to John, back to Taylor. Taylor's going to shoot. That is no good, but that is not a terrible look for the Warriors there. The hoop's open. It's just more there. And it does also look like Warriors has control. Cav is fast breaking, but Tate K is right there. Excellent work from Casey Irwin to kind of keep Tate out of the way. Kept him from blowing up Sammy Garza on that play. And we've got Luis Sanchez and Casey Beavers back in the game along with Cole Travis. Oh.
A lot going on there. I saw in that last defensive set for Cav, they parked their beaters squarely by that center hoop. Barnes was in there in the keeper zone. They did not want to give them an inch.
Great block there by Sammy, but Taylor Crawford able to jump on it. And
that was Monroe, I believe.
Oh, Monroe. I'm sorry. They look so similar because they have such similar hair right now. They both kind of rocking that half mullet. Apologies.
It's the flow.
It's a lot of flow. All right, we got a 1.5 to Christian Barnes, and that is, again, when we talk about that coordination between beaters and chasers, that's what we talk about. And great. I think right now Cole is absolutely taking advantage of the fact that right now Casey doesn't have a part beater. All right, there we go. We have Jacob Elrich in for the game first, and it looks like we're also ball out to Augie. Yeah. Sorry. Ball back out to Luis Sanchez. Josh Johnson back into the game. Back out to Luis Sanchez. Looks like we're going to try, I think what we're going to try and see is they're going to try and get the ball to Augustine Monroe. Casey Beaver trying to set a screen on John Jackson, but John Jackson is having none of it. Popping back out. Again, I would see, again, they're trying to get the ball there. Jacob Elridge backing out, back out to Sanchez. Sanchez is going to look to shoot. I think when Cav has control, really what they're focusing on is just keeping control. So they're really counting on their chasers to like make their own goals. And let's talk about making your own goals. What a take by Casey Beavers to get around John Jackson, one of the best defenders in this sport, and take that mid-range shot. Absolutely incredible work from her.
That was really great, and that's precisely what they're looking for. They're looking for that out-of-place defender at the hoops, and that's why it took so long to hit the passing round.
And we think we're going to get a card right now. Really unlucky. Well, I think we had a race for a loose ball. Cameron Ogilvy gets hit in the face on a beat from Jacob Ellis. That's probably going to be at least a yellow card. But again, I think we hope that he's okay, and I think that's why we have those rules in place to make sure everyone's heads are okay.
Absolutely. And as they take a stoppage, we will take a quick break here.
I'll talk into the mic more. I'll make sure to talk into the mic more. It's a lot for talking. It's a lot happening.
If it
Like.
well,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Again, I can't talk quickly. That is a skill that I have, but maybe you should.
They told us to like.
So that looks to be illegal face beat there, so that'll be a yellow card.
And also a quad ball turnover. So this is an opportunity for Cavalry to tie the game. They've been 1 or 2 goals behind for most of the day. But it looks like Hallie Pace is going to take an injury sub for Christian Barnes. And I think that's what that is. And again, Cav is going to have 2 balls and 1 Hallie in front of them. But 1 Hallie can be a lot. Great beat there from John Molina. Augustine looking to kind of shoot. And we've got Cavalry does take the time to set up their offense. John Molina beats out John Jackson. Again, great look there from Casey Beavers. She has that shot. She just made it. I like that she's taking that corner there and really driving and taking those mid-range shots.
I do like that she's taking that corner. If anything, though, she's got to miss high instead of miss low. If you miss high, you have a chance for your opposing quad ball player to get it with that low shot off the hoop or off the post. You're not getting it.
Great ball there, movement from John and Lindsay there, passing the ball back and forth. They were both getting pressed there by the beaters. And there's Yanko out to Lindsay, who did get beat. I think Warriors will be a little upset with that offense, but I think down a beater and getting pressed, that's a perfectly fine turnover to make in that far corner.
I think that's the first serious misstep that I have seen on I'll call it like an outlet pass, like an escape pass, right?
Yeah.
First serious misstep there. Gavin Zdenovich not realizing that Morella was beat. And it looks like we've got a timeout called here, so we have a moment. Okay, I'll flip it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You are Cav in the huddle right now. What are you saying?
I think what I am saying is, like, you as chasers, you are doing a very good job getting the space and cuts that you want. Like, I think they've done a really good job setting up passes to, like, catch and release by the finish. And I think they need to just tell their beaters to play. I feel like they're playing, like, not necessarily scared, but they're not playing as confident as I feel like they could be. I think they are maybe a little worried, and I think it's just, like, the familiarity that both Tate and Hallie have with them. But I think they should be feeling pretty happy. Like, 6-5 is a very good score. And I think both...
It is a very good score, but it is 7-6.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
teasing.
been a long day.
It has been a long day here. No, I think you're absolutely right. I think the beaters could be a touch more aggressive. It seems like Cav on offense, they're passing it around. They're looking for those practically perfect sets where they are getting Jackson out of position. They're getting Morella out of position. They're getting Crawford out of position, trying to find that mid-range shot on the hoop or that drive, and they're not satisfied with it unless it's 100% certainty. I think if you really want to get ahead, it's a risk reward here, but you might need to be a tad more aggressive.
Yeah, and I think Warriors, also needs to feel, I think more people need to set some picks on that point defender up top. It's something that not a lot of teams do, and I feel like in this meta where you have the point in green, like, it's a great way to free open it. John Jackson, I don't think is subbed out very much, but I do think the Warriors zone, when he's not there, is susceptible to a, like, mid-range top hoop shot.
Absolutely.
If you set a screen on that person. But there, see, again, John Jackson, very good at jumping on those loose balls. And it looks like it's going to be a scrum for the ball, although not as much fun as a rugby scrum. And it looks like we've got that. And I think that's 20 minutes. And that is a great stop from the Warriors there. It's going to be 20 minutes. Cav will have control. Warriors will have the quad ball. And it looks like we have, I am not sure who this flag runner is.
That would be Porter Burcham out of Salt Lake City, playing for Salt Lake City Hive.
Yes. Yeah, and I think this is also a very interesting, like, flag runner on pitch situation in that I think Tate and Hallie I think they're gonna play very similarly because they are very similar beaters. And I think what might happen is both of the beaters all of the beaters kind of start playing dodgeball, and you might see like maybe a seeker's catch. But I do think both of these teams do only try and engage as seekers, as like when they are alone. So maybe we won't see a lot of that. Like they're gonna wait, they're gonna play smart. I do think in this sort of like more open, free thing, I think the edge does go to the Warriors because they do a really good job using those screens, and John Jackson is really hard to tackle.
He absolutely is. I will be curious to see what exactly the strategy is. You're playing in a tight game here, right? It's a 1-goal differential. I have been 50-50 today on predicting whether they will dedicate beaters to the flag runner or not. We will see what they do here. I will say in the boom chain game earlier, the Warriors beaters did a lot to help their seeker. We will see how it works out here because Cavalry certainly no slouch when it comes to the seeker game as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, Erwin and Travis, you know, they're
very good.
They're very good, and they've had a little break, they've had a little sub. They're starting with control. I'm very interested to see how this shakes out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. All right, so now we have Maria Jackson subbing in, and also Missy Goddessy. And we've got some fun times. All right, Kenny Chilton there. Great dodge there from Tate K. That's a beat on there, and Hallie's gonna get the third. Seeker is there, but there's a great beat by Tate. I think it's 2 beats on there, and that, maybe a slight mistake by Tate. Makes the throw at a chaser, and what a beat by Hallie Pace. Okay, we're gonna pause. But I'm just gonna say, what a beat by Hallie Pace on Cole Travis, right when he steps back into the pitch to get control. Really, I think, I don't know if you've ever seen, when Tate and Hallie start a game, they go, Tate and Hallie, Tate and Hallie, Tate and Hallie on 3, and it's the cutest thing. And I think it's just, they know each other so well that they cover each other's mistakes really well. It does look like Casey Beavers may be getting a injury sub for something, so we'll get a new chaser in for Cavalry.
There was a little bit of scrum here, and I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with Lacomp's call there. I think when John Jackson came in, he adjusted his contact so it wasn't illegal, at least so it looked from my angle. Obviously, our head referee has a different one.
But it's just a back to hoops, right?
It was a back to hoops, but I don't agree with that. I think Jackson should have been able to be there. It looks like we have that was a blue card. I didn't see on who.
I don't see anyone in the box. I think they're.
I think.
Does Cavalry have all the people that they need on the pitch right now?
I think it was an illegal interaction call, and that's what the blue card was for.
Yes, but who has subbed in for Casey?
I'm unsure here. It's on the far side. They're in the box. That's Katie Stewart. Pardon me.
Great pass from Lindsay Barlow to Maria Jackson. All right, Katie Stewart subbing in. Beat there from Hallie Pace. Great tackle by Taylor Crawford. And John Jackson is off. Running with him and John Jackson just sheds Josh Johnson like a book. And that's an attempted kick feed by Cole Travis. Kenny Chilton engaging. Snitch is down. I do think if it is a catch, I would say it's a charge.
It looked like Bertram took a bit of a tumble there.
Yeah,
we're going to see how he is. We'll take a second as Bertram gets up.
Yeah, I think Kenny may receive something for this. That was a lot of force into a flag runner. But I think Warriors is doing really, I think this flag runner on pitch period has been a real strength of them all season, in that the way their beaters are able to take space and then use their dodgeballs is really, really awesome. And then Lindsay, John, Maria, and Taylor are all such physical people on defense that they just kind of make it really hard to score. And so it's a fun one. And score is currently 9-8. I don't think we've said that in a bit. No, wait, 9-6.
90-60.
90-60.
In favor of the Warriors.
In my defense, I am very blind, and it's starting to get dark. And that 6 kind of looks like an 8 if I look at it with a specific angle. So.
We'll get your bifocals later. In the meantime, we have our stoppage while our snitch is getting, or our flag runner, excuse me, is getting situated. You know what? I guessed wrong. In my head, internally, I'm like, they're gonna play it tight, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna dedicate beater resources to the flag runner when they're on offense, otherwise defensive seek, whatever. It has been chaos mode out here.
Absolutely chaotic. We're really sorry if we missed things. It looks like we're gonna get a stub. I do think
that is Richard Crumrine coming on for the flag runner substitution.
Yeah,
I hope Bertram is doing all right.
Yeah, and I do believe the discussion will be, was it a charge? And if that is the case, you really hate to see it because it is a charge on Kenny Chilton, yellow card, which does mean that for a full minute, unless unless Cavalry decides to score on themselves, which I don't think they will do, they're gonna be down their seeker. So. And it is also a quad ball turnover, which means Warriors gets another offense. So this could be up to like a 20-point swing. But Cole and Casey both have the chance to get blood dodgeballs in the next few things. So, but they will have to make a decision. And now we have Augustine Monroe subbing in as beater. Gonna go ahead and take that beat on Ben Fernandez. Looks to beat out Tate, passes back, pass to Taylor Crawford. What a spin move, catch and finish. That does mean that Kenny is released. And here we have Ben Fernandez with his flag runner, trying his best. Ooh, oh, that's gonna be
Tries
down.
To get him on the goose catch there.
Yeah, and we've got Callie and Tate with control. Augustine clear there, but that is gonna be Hallie's ball as she is closer. Goal on the other end by, I want to say JJ. I'm sorry, JJ. I was watching all the other things. Score is 10-7. Beat there on Casey Irwin. Pick from Lindsay Morella. Freeze open. Oh, that's going to be high contact. That's a free play for the Warriors. Getting a little bit of deck there on Missy Goddessy. Taylor should get the ball right where he is. And I think this is something we don't I think Cavalry has been super consistent with their flag runner on pitch. I think they are getting outrun by the Warriors beaters right now.
I mean, Tate K has been doing a very good job as of right now, battling Monroe, and it has been. I've been impressed. It's moving so fast. It's like I can barely keep track of it.
Yeah.
But they are pretty evenly matched here. I'm interested to see how this continues, especially when Fernandez gets these clean looks, even for just a few seconds.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of length if he can make that pull.
Great wrap there, and that's a good goal.
And that's a lot of controversy on the sideline right now because that ball, I am not sure went all the way through that hoop as it was falling.
Great catches all around. Ooh! Oh, Hallie's gonna...
And she knew it. She knew it the second she threw that ball.
And I don't even think she was aiming at the seeker. I think she was aiming at Augustine, and it just happened.
Got Acker right in the dome, right in the noggin.
Yeah.
And she's already taking a little walk here.
Probably gonna have to go to the box for that.
And that is a critical error here to have a beater foul, flag runner on pitch. She's apologizing to Acker right now. I'm so sorry for beating you.
Yeah, I do think they were teammates at one point, so no bad blood, not trying to do anything there, just a little unlucky. And this is really a good opportunity for Cav because they have no balls for the Warriors. Also, we have had Mo Hagag sub in at seeker for the Warriors. Very lanky, very quick, very excited to see what he can do. But this is going to be probably a goal for the Warrior or for Cavalry. Although with balls with Casey
Casey
Beavers.
Beavers.
There's so many Caseys,
Too many Caseys.
and they're all
But-
so good.
John Jackson's right there on the defense with that restart, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like Beavers has a direct, easy pass. Someone's got to get open immediately. Oh no, Jackson's just going to retreat. Honestly, smart move. I think that's a smart move.
Stop it! Sorry, the ball coming running at us. Here we have Kenny going hard for the flag runner. And as I said in the last game, Kenny Chilton did catch the first flag runner to win Texas their very first national championship. Great beat there on Tate. Great beat on Mo. Goals. What a beat. What a kickback by Kate. Hallie Ray is back in play though. Good call. John Jackson running. Maria Jackson scores.
And Maria Jackson took a shot there. All right, you'll notice that on that last goal,
It's like they're siblings or something.
yeah. Let's see. That's a yellow card. I'm unsure as to which player that was on. Crystal Comp showing the yellow card.
But we got 12. Is that an 8? I can't tell. I genuinely.
It is 120 to 80 right now.
Thank you.
Set score is 130. Warriors within a goal to win it and take the championship away from Cavalry. Chilton getting time with the flag runner.
Ooh, missed beat there by Tate. Or no, they called it good. And I think if you're the Warriors, you're okay with that. But also, great finish from Missy Goddessy. But they are not so worried that I think if I was them, if John Jackson is able to score.
Monroe giving some high pressure here. He doesn't want Jackson to get ahead of steam.
Yeah. And I think we have some sort of foul in the beater game. But Taylor out to Maria. All right, we're going to have some things. I don't know exactly what happened. It's a lot.
A feed inside from Crawford to Maria Jackson, who drops the ball just as she's about to get wrapped. It appeared to be a beater foul on the far side there. I couldn't quite catch who it was on. We'll get our call from the referee. Looks like no foul on the play. No foul on the play.
And so good stop there from Cavalry. They're going to take off in the other direction.
Crawford just trying to apply the highest pressure possible. If you can get that high transition goal, you can win this for your team.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a catch.
David Acker with the catch for Cavalry. Is it going to be called good? If so, we will be tied up. Well, effectively tied up, 125-120. It'll be goal to go. We'll see what our referees say.
This is very stressful. I would not want to be playing in this. This is very stressful. And Casey Beavers has the ball currently.
Then you got to take a look around, see where those beaters are. Okay, take K, center of the key on defense. You've got Hallie Pace back at the Cav hoops.
With the ball.
You've got Augie Monroe right in front of us, a little bit away from K, can probably provide some protection for Beavers, a threat there. But what do you do in this situation? Do you tell Beavers to go for it? Do you just grip it and rip it?
I am not sure.
You know what? Johnson's right there. They're probably having a discussion about how exactly they're going to play
That's what
this.
you should use this time.
Absolutely.
Figure out what you're doing. Figure out your plan. Figure out where things are. If it's good.
And that catch is good for Cavalry. Sidelines erupting in cheers. And oh boy, we've got one on our hands now. 125-120. Set score 130. Golden goal to win.
So, this is a very exciting situation here. We'll see how this goes. Again, this is where the little mistakes become big mistakes, and the little plays become big plays.
And who can get the edge here?
Yeah.
Cav has come up with some sort of strategy. I'm sure Warriors know exactly what they're doing in this situation. They've got a few defenders back.
All right.
Beavers
Oh, we've got Hallie coming in. What a feed from Hallie.
He didn't see her. It's Crawford. Crawford's up the road. One to beat. Flip to Jackson. Go! Oh.
That is what having Hallie Pace has on your team is for.
Holy cow!
And the Warriors have won a national championship after being What a game! What a
my
set of
goodness.
games, honestly.
Forgot about pace. It was a good idea to start, right? Reset the play. Flip it back to Johnson. Set yourself up. Get Monroe in position. They forgot about pace. She comes screaming in from the other side of the field. Beat, turnover, goal.
Yeah, Casey Irwin did everything she could to get in Hallie's way. Hallie is just so fast and so accurate. That's why she's one of the best who's ever played.
That was an incredible finish, an incredible game. Golden goal in the finals, under the lights. What more could you ask for?
And this is the first time a Northeast Club team has ever won a national title. So congrats to the Warriors for winning. Very exciting.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to get a quick interview with some of the winners.